We're gonna keep this short and sweet. As mean as this is going to sound, it needs to be said. As far goes the space you are hoping to improve in, you need to realize no one cares about you. You wanna make videos, you wanna make music, you wanna make pottery, it doesn't really matter. At the start, no one is going to care about what you do. You think you're so cute and lovable, people are gonna automatically just be drawn to your YouTube personality? You think your voice is so unique, it's just going to immediately stand out on the music scene? You think your slip technique is so good, it would automatically impress the late great ceramicist Kenneth Price and Toshiko Takayezu? I don't think so! You are but a humble novice, lost in a sea of other newbies. You are not good, you're not special, and you will not be noticed. Stop hyping yourself up with the idea of who you would like to be. You have to stop and clearly see who you are currently. And currently, you are bad at this. Now, assuming I haven't completely hurt your feelings and crushed your desire to improve, I would love to expound on that thought. It took me 2 years to reach 1,000 subscribers. And then it took me 2 months to reach 50,000. I bring this up for 2 reasons. Firstly, thank you. But 2, to use myself as a case study to show why you should not believe you are better than you are when you're not, especially at the beginning. When I started making videos, I thought I was the best to ever do it. I made each and every video as if this is the one that's gonna put me on the map. This was what was gonna show everybody my raw talent. They were gonna see it, they were going to love me, I was going to make money, and I was going to be the main character of this show for the rest of our lives. It was a great plan. In my mind, I was always just one video away from my big break. I was very dumb. So let's take a second and review one of these videos to really see if it was pure gold. Can I get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year is one of the first videos on this channel that has been unlisted for reasons we will shortly be discussing. Now, it is very boring, so we're going to be watching an abbreviated cut of this video and we're going to discuss everything that's wrong with it. So if you'll excuse me, I'll just set up my area. So, without further ado, let's begin, shall we? Hello! Hi everyone. Hi, how are you doing? Bet you didn't think you'd see me again. I forget how weird this is, talking to the camera. Wow, this is weird. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so here's the thing. I made that video about me going to Cameroon like a few weeks ago, and it's been out for a while, and it's been seen by dozens of people. So, I'm practically famous. I hate to be like, come subscribe and click the bell. But I'm doing that now, so please do both of those things. The algorithm, they like that. Please. Look, I like making videos and I like editing videos. They're really fun. And I don't know, I could do this for a while, see where this goes. So what exactly am I asking for?
A sub to the channel would be
hit the subscribe button and the subscribe button and all, buttons.
But why should you click that button below? Allow me to illustrate. I just broke my camera. Click the thingy. Do it, please. 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's see if we can do it. Probably not, but it's worth a shot, right? Alright, well, I'm sure we all thoroughly hated that. I know I did. You can't see that. That didn't have the right dramatic effect. Hold on. Had quite a few notes is what I'm trying to say. Go through these in order. 1, boring copyright music. 2, the setup is too dark. The intro is too long. Please stop begging people to like you. What is this video even about? I made it. Couldn't tell you. Lazy jokes, bad jokes. It turns out that cutting the music and also just cutting closer doesn't count as a joke. Second page here. Also, if you couldn't get the PowerPoint to work, should have just cut it out. That's not funny. I don't remember exactly why I wrote this, but I did write a point right here. No one cares. Multiple S's and exclamation marks. Oh yes, I said why is it so dragged out at the end? And then finally, I think a very accurate note that kind of describes my whole feelings towards this. Boo. So 2 pages worth of analysis that I made easily on my own without anybody else needing to tell me that. These things that are so obvious now were blind spots to me but a few years ago. Stupid little me, I thought the reason that this wasn't going well wasn't because my videos were boring and sucked. I thought it was because I just need to learn how to game the system better. I was hyper focusing on upload times and keyword searches and titles and hashtags and all those other things that really don't matter. Because at the end of the day, you want to know what gets attention? A good video. Was this a good video? I think we both know the answer to that. And again, that was an edited and cut version because the original version was too boring to show to you. See, I can openly and immediately admit to that now, but you asked me a few years ago and I would have just said, no, the reason this video did bad is not because it's boring and it sucks, it's because I didn't upload it an hour earlier. Darn! See, in my mind, I was already the best to do it, and the reason I was failing is because of you all. You all suck, and I'm great. So, that's really, y'all should work on that. I'm fine. And just to reiterate, just in case this hasn't been perfectly clear by now, that was very dumb of me to think that. I would watch tutorials and advice on how to get better sound quality, and how to edit better, and how to make your picture look good, but I would always find myself falling into the trap of just one more tutorial, and then we'll be ready to start. Here's the thing though, you'll never be ready, so just start. And if you're still feeling nervous, this is going to sound like a joke, but I have a weirdly specific and effective solution to that problem. I have ruined my Instagram Reels algorithm. Because now all it gives me, no matter what I do, is gym motivation and inspirational quotes. Every time, without fail, it's just always there. Day in, day out, always telling me to believe in myself and to trust the process and to grind and to build a better future for myself. And you want to know the worst part about it? It's actually working. Like sometimes I get on the app just to turn my brain off. You've used social media before, and then it immediately reminds me that my future is entirely in my hands and I have to do something with it, and then I immediately close the app and go read a book or something. A constant reminder that my life and choices are in my control is very empowering and annoying. I just want to be naturally good at stuff. Is that so much to ask? But that's not how life works. But constantly hearing that I can control the things in my life, as corny and Disney Channel as that is, it's very nice to know that I can believe in myself. It's had a good impact on me. This is gonna sound stupid, but it's true. You just need to start and then just trust you'll find a plan like along the way. For example, not to be rude, but back to me now. I have made a video once a week for the past 14 weeks, and I can confidently say that I have learned more about the video making process in that 2.5 months than I have learned in 2.5 years. I've learned to do better lighting, better green screening, better script writing. It's not perfect, but it's so much better than it used to be. And I started with no real plan. I was just like, I've always said I wanted to do this, so let's just try it. It could fail, it probably will, but let's just try it. I spent 2 years believing I was already a genius and it was only a matter of time until other people realized it. But once I sat back and accepted, hey, maybe I'm not, and I just have to keep throwing things at a wall until something sticks, it was then that things started sticking. Now I'm a better writer, I'm a better editor, I have an upload schedule, I have an email in my description for people to send me things and money. Like this is like what I do now. That's cool. And for these past few weeks, I've been sitting back and kind of thinking, how did this happen? But I'll tell you how it happened. It's because I told my brain to shut up and I just started doing. And things went well. And look, I get it. It can be hard and confusing to actually apply this. Want to get better at drawing? Just draw! Okay, but like, what should I draw? And for how long? And do I need like a specific type of pencil or paper? And is there certain techniques that I should be working on? And am I good at this? Should I get this reviewed by someone? I'm very confused. That's all very understandable because a blank page is full of infinite possibilities. This is not a blank page. This has math equations on it. It is scary to start blind, but most of the time that's typically what you have to do. I don't really have good advice for that. You just gotta do it. You learn to live with the fear as opposed to letting it guide you. Pretty much it. I don't know. I don't even think. I still don't think I'm very good at this. I don't think this video makes a lot of sense, nor do I feel like it's going to come together in a very cohesive way, but I'm kind of just trusting that it will. I'm applying the advice I'm giving you right now. I don't really think this is a good video, but we're still gonna try it. Have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? At its core, it's the idea that when you start a thing, you think you're the best at it simply because you do not know what you don't know. To illustrate, for a moment in second grade, did you ever think that you were just like really good at math? Like, I'm obviously great at this. Look how easily I solved 3 times 4. That means you're somewhere along this side of the chart, lovingly monikered the peak of Mount Stupid. Cause no, my poor child, you are not a math genius. You have yet to discover the horrors and demoralizing nature that is advanced mathematics. But unfortunately, you will soon learn. I'm not ashamed to admit that calculus has made me cry. We've all been there. Because the more and more math you learn, the more you realize it gets really complicated really quickly. As that happens, you slowly come to the realization, hey, maybe I'm not as good at math as I thought I was. All the way until you get there. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be somewhere here, right? The valley of something. This is the point where you reach rock bottom, where you truly understand how little you know, simply because you've come to know more about the subject. It's very paradoxical. Now, this is where most people tend to give up, but if you don't, you will slowly increase in your knowledge, and while your confidence may be low, your expertise will increase. Eventually, after a long and strenuous process, you will come to know that, hey, I am good at mathematics, except this time, it'll be true. And this concept applies to any skill. You will think you are really good at the beginning because you don't understand how bad you are. Once you do understand that, it will be incredibly demoralizing. But once you get past that point, you'll actually get good. Once I came to the crushing realization that I wasn't that good at this whole video thing, it actually helped me to get good at it. Again, it's like, it doesn't make sense, yet it kind of does. It's a paradox of sorts. Also, remember, perfection is for losers who can't accept that okay is good enough. One of my favorite quotes about this, again, unfortunately comes from my very effective Instagram Reels algorithm.
Founder of LinkedIn said, if you're not embarrassed by your first version, you've launched too late.
You cannot wait until you're good to start. It takes being bad to teach you what good is. So really, forget being good. Just focus on being complete. Make something from start to finish. That's all you have to do, and then do it again, and then keep doing it. And eventually, good will happen on its own. So this video is it's dual purpose, so it's telling you to keep going, but it's also my way of saying thank you. Like I said, it's been a very weird few weeks. I've thought about this happening for like, again, years, but it's here now, and it's like, whoa, that's cool. Thanks. And that's it. All right, bye.